The theme for this year's observance is Revitalization, Collective Action for the Ocean. In honor of this, we have the pleasure of speaking with Tricia King, who is a marine biologist and Vice President and PRO and Marketing Officer of the Women in Maritime Association Caribbean, or WIMAC. We also were joined by Shakima Hanley, the President of the SKN Reef Guardians. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Welcome, ladies. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
And happy World Oceans Day. I see that you are representing
I know, in the blues. In the blues, yes. Yes.
All right, so let's talk to the theme of World Oceans Day and what it means for the public and what it means to you as well. Tricia.
So, World Oceans Day, revitalizing and having collective action. That collective action for me really speaks to mentorship and advocacy and action, and all of us playing our collective role in doing our part, increasing ocean literacy, because when persons understand something, then they're more inclined to take care of it.
Yes.
When they understand how it functions, how it moves, why it does what it does, everything, then they're more inclined. And so increasing ocean literacy is a goal of mine, and that it just resonates with me for this year's theme.
Well, for me, I look at it as it's a holistic approach. It's not just fisher folks or persons in the marine environment, but even the average person who would use the ocean for recreational activities, as well as just to take a swim, snorkel, etc. And also for a person in the agriculture sector. For me, this is a bit closer to home because I'm an agriculturist by profession, but also in the capacity of reef guardian. I look at it from a ridge to reef approach. Get that? Land to sea. Yes. So in my capacity, I tend to educate persons in the agriculture sector that, yes, I would understand it's a quick fix for you to use chemicals, use fertilizer, but it has a negative impact on the ocean, because when we have heavy rainfalls, water tends to go back to its main source, that's the ocean. So runoff would cause things such as algae bloom, and also it would also damage like the coral reefs, such as coral bleaching and stuff like that. So one should understand the minute gesture that you would do could make either positive or negative impact on the ocean ecosystem.
I am happy that I am in the presence of basically a guardian of the galaxy, but a guardian of the reef. Yes. Do you realize this?
Wow, no comment.
Yeah. So, Shakima, why do you think that marine conservation is important?
Well, marine conservation is important so that we can maintain a habitat that is ideal for sustainability, especially in food, and also the ocean has other aspects related to the environment that we as individuals would benefit from. So if you damage what is necessary, then what happens to us as human beings? And not even just us as a human being, but what happens to everything that is around us. So that's why I feel that it's important for marine conservation one should always think about it and consider it.
It's not an easy job though, because I heard you speak to, ocean literacy, etc., and trying to get people to, it's almost as if you're sounding the death knell, but not really, but you know what I mean. It's like the warning. This is the doom that could result if we don't take care of it today. But I suspect that because we don't see the signs of, immediate harm, that it might be difficult. Is your job difficult in that way?
So part of what makes my job interesting, it's the fact that we have, as a culture, a fear of the ocean. And some of it is founded on real-life trauma. At Easter weekend that went bad. And those things usually affect the community. It's not just like a one-off. It's not just like a one thing, just something stinging on your hand. It usually results in affecting the community. And even my grandmother has never been to Nevis, but she married a fisherman from Nevis. So understand that her fear of the ocean, even me telling her I want to be a marine biologist, she kept like every single semester, including my senior year, kept telling me, you don't want to be an eye doctor? Like she kept trying to convince me.
Keep you on line.
She kept trying to convince me. Yes, so, and it was real for her because it wasn't just like, oh, afraid. No, it wasn't something that was trivialized. It shouldn't be trivialized. It's something real. So when you look at knowledge and attitude and behavioral change, you really have to make the ocean fun. Yes. You have to make the ocean safe, right? So increasing positive interactions with the ocean and just, letting people just feel good about learning about corals and just feel good about learning about fireworms. They're dangerous, but look at how pretty they are, Just kind of refocus how you view danger. Actually, and then you start to get persons on board with what you're doing.
All right, so I can see, you've got me sold. So, I can see the fun part.
So my guardian of the reef, yes. Can you tell me what are some of the activities you will be doing to educate and to commemorate World Oceans Day?
Okay, well, the St. Kitts Nevis Reef Guardians, SKN, as we would call ourselves. Yes. So we are an NGO, and we would have already been participating in certain activities in collaboration with DMR, Youth Department, Clean Seas, and some other entities. We would have done some in-water beach cleanups. We would have participated in the Department of Agriculture Career Day. We'd have visited schools and have presentations with children, educating them, because our main objectives for the NGO is education and awareness, youth empowerment, and of course, the ultimate thing, marine conservation. And in addition, our NGO is currently in the process of getting funding from Jeff so we can roll out a big project that we're working on so we can do our part in marine conservation. And that is to implement artificial reefs. So we can try and revitalize the ocean as well and create a new habitat and a space for our marine species to grow, to multiply, which is the ultimate goal eventually. So there's a host of things that we're doing. We continue with education. We're gonna have more cohorts to roll out as well, because people will be asking, oh, I see you guys doing stuff, how can we be a part of it, etc. So yes, there are more cohorts that's gonna be coming on stream, where persons get the introduction into marine biology. So you learn things about pollution and stuff like that in a nutshell.
Oh, lovely. Shakima, do you do the same as Tricia? Do you go under the sea as well?
Well, interestingly, effective today, yes, today. As soon as we finish here, I have to catch a boat, go back over to Nevis, and then I'll be enrolling in my first session for open water diving.
Look at you, congrats.
Yes.
So soon you'll see me under the sea with a flag.
At least one of us will see you under the sea with a flag.
Yes. So, ladies, I want to know as well, where did your passion for marine conservation, when did it begin? Where and when?
Okay, from a very young age, I have always been a lover of the sea.
Okay.
I usually say I'm a mermaid. And one of my wish, if I could have had a wish, was to be a mermaid for a day. Okay. So I could just swim across the ocean as much as I want, as long as I like.
Jackie, I'm a mermaid every day. So like, you could be a mermaid for a day. I'm a mermaid every day.
I could be a mermaid every day.
Yes.
But yes, and one of my goals is also to swim with sharks. So this new thing that I'm venturing in, scuba diving today, it's a stepping stone into that. So hopefully one day, not just a picture under the sea with a flag, but a picture with me swimming around some sharks.
Some sharks. In a cage maybe, or outside?
It doesn't matter.
Ooh, you're
I think outside would be more interesting.
Superpowers, right?
Outside is better, actually. Yes. Trust me. Outside is better.
Swimming with sharks is better. Okay, I hope that you do it more than once.
I swam with rays outside, and that was fun, but I don't think I'm going to chance it with those guys that have more.
Well, I did Shark and Ray Alley in Belize in the Hulton Reserve. So trust me, it was.
Look at you.
It was
really
cool. It was like so cool because we jump off the boat. I made it sound so dramatic, but we jump off the boat and then we were swimming, and I was just following like the school of sharks and rays, and I was just following them, and then one of my counterparts, he pulled my fin, and I turned around and he was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I was following them," and then he said, "Everybody, look, we're like, how far away are we from the boat?" And I was like, "Oh, we're ready to go back." And he's like, "Girl, where are you go? Why are you just following them?" And then he was like, "Come, let's go back." And then we went back. You know, and it was amazing.
Oh,
it was
look
amazing.
at you. She's
Yes.
joining the school of
It was-
sharks.
Well, I can see that. I can see how that might parlay, if it does, into your role in WIMAC. So why don't you tell us more about that, Tricia?
Okay, so the women in Maritime Association Caribbean, what we will be doing, not just today, but for the rest of this week, is actually highlighting women from across the Caribbean who have been doing work in marine conservation. And so listen, it's just all of my sisters, that's what we call each other, sisters. So they would be,
I love it.
yes, the sisterhood of the sea.
Yes. So Shakima, do you think that your goal or your objective of conserving the reefs, is it being realized?
Well, the little that we have been doing so far, persons have been recognizing
Okay,
it.
good
I have persons coming and say, "Oh, how can I become a member?" We're like, "You're not having members as yet. We're just in the background right now, trying to get things off the ground.
Okay.
But at the same time, to let persons know that there is a synergy happening, we would do work with already pre-established entities so that they can be aware of it."
You can send us a message, we will send you the form and you fill it out, and then you join our amazing work that we are doing across the region.
So would I have to know how to scuba dive? Would I have to be like Shakima and go and learn the Nevis to join WIMAC?
Actually, for women in maritime, it's a little different. We have persons who within the maritime sector, so that can be a maritime lawyer, that could be, yes, a marine biologist, but that could also be somebody in shipping, seafarers, so it's a wide scope, and so they're able to, or fishers, so we're able to accommodate for more than, and persons who overlap in the sector as well. So consultants, so we're able to accept most, and persons who are interested.
Okay, so swimming is not a...
Swimming is not a criteria. it just helps, you know, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a criteria.
So just in case if I wanted to join the Super League of the Reef Guardians, you know, and WIMAC, I just need to make sure that I did know.
She's elevated.
So
you.
we definitely want a communication arm. So hint. Yes, you can definitely join. You'll be on my committee personally.
All
yes.
righty.
Yes. So you already have a place.
Yes, we all have a place in this to preserve the marine environment.
All right, so today again is International World Oceans Day, World Oceans Day. So I want to give you one final opportunity to say to the public what this day means, and take it away. Shakima.
Okay, well, as mentioned, it's everybody needs to be on board. It doesn't matter your capacity. You could be a co-host, a host of a show, or even somebody in the marine aspect, agriculturist, whatever it is. You're needed in order to conserve the environment. Remember, when you use the beaches, ensure that you don't litter on the beaches, because these things do get trapped in marine organisms as they wash back into the water. So be conscious of what you're doing around your coastal areas.
And
our sea mermaid.
Okay, so collective action. We all need to do our part, right? And it could be someone in preschool doing their part to encourage persons about using the ocean, because the ocean is a safe space. So we can all enjoy the ocean.
Yes.